I got verbs, skills, babies and bills. A brother who swamps quills is still trying to get himself together from it. No one can quite run it like me. I'm on a cutting edge of what's alleged to be hot. And when you rock, it's just impersonations of me. The writer's MC, MP with the V in the middle. I belittle your plan, courtesy. A bit wide, dirty C, my man, my bass.
Wow, look at this turnout. Oh my gosh. I'm Sherry. I'm your MC for the night. She's written and produced for major television networks, and after touring with Vanessa Hiddery's Monologue, she's working on her one-woman show, Diana Arnold.
Okay, so this year for Christmas I stole myself an old picture of my parents from my brother's Chinatown apartment. It was above the living room cupboard, hidden behind some cardboard, dusty, and I saw the gold frame faintly. I couldn't believe I noticed it, and I instantly recognized it. And then I wondered, when was the last time I'd seen this? It's my dad with her at a desk with his scripts, mid-70s, telling her something, and my mother's face is just full of listening. And I don't think I've seen this thing since I was like at most 15, and I didn't want to forget it, so I took it. I mean, this year nearly killed me. I figured I deserved a present. So my friend in LA asks me, Diana, what makes this picture poetry? And I say, it makes me remember what made me. And my friend asks again, do you really believe that? And I say, yeah. You know? I mean, God, it's been 10 years now since death has happened. God, death happens so fast. And so slow. It is relentless in its take, like a drain, leaving always the remnants of the slightly indigestible, yet pieces that clog like proof of the work still, always still, left to do. And I do wonder if it's as simple as he just reminds me of something of my father. But I don't think that's it, because I harbor some hatred. I've given away my secrets. Makes it so I feel like people steal from me. Mostly in the boroughs, I give it away generously, still feel stolen though. A few years ago, what I'm referring to, I probably would have called sharing, or just a basic getting to know, you know? But as I've grown, I now know myself better, so the challenges I construct for myself to face are harder. So the lessons I learn with myself are grander, so the things I have to share are deeper, if only to mean more under myself. It's hard to explain, but don't ever tell anyone how you write, or how you hear, or why you move the way you do, even though it's all you're going to want to do. Don't ever give away how exactly it is that you make someone else feel amazing. They'll take it away. I mean, that's been my experience anyway. So this is a problem because I mean, that good stuff like how I see the world and why, I mean, that's how I get to know someone. But when they take it and use it for their own benefit, I feel it's lessened, like it's less sacred now. So now I only share the superficial bullshit, because with the other stuff I'm afraid to waste it, so, you know, it prevents me from getting close. And you know what it is? You're not it, you're just the most. So far from what I had. Is there another word for imagined or hoped? I mean, it's not that exactly. It's like you are so very much not enough for me. So much not enough. Is there another way to say that I never had any expectations of you? I just miss what you used to do. Is there a word for that yet? For wanting things to be so different than they were? Yes, I think there is. It's over. Full disclosure. I have a poetry reading on Friday and I haven't written anything new for it yet, so I need some material. Do you think if my heart starts to break a little, that'll do it? Do you think the sensation of being let down when expressed by a woman can carry weight? How much can a woman carry? Can a woman carry her man? I can. I can also carry the weight of a dead patriarch. I store that weight sort of on the left, just beneath my heart. I can carry the weight of a dying family. That one's on my shoulders. That one's kind of heavy. I carry the honorable responsibilities of being an artist. That one is in my arms, get released down through my wrists. I carry money in my belly. I carry humor in my demeanor. I carry anger in my eyes, and I absolutely hate that it lives there. So I carry my drive just behind the pupil, so I also stay focused on long-term goals. I carry where I've traveled in my toes and my fight, in my strut and my love, while my love is all up in my stomach. Tied up with hunger in an urban pit of this is it, and what do you have to show for it? 8 years here, and what do you have to show for it? I have a mantra, this phrase beseeches me, what do you have to show for it, D? I've been writing the same poem for years. My father has been dead for 10, and not one of them has been directly about him. I have absolutely no idea what happened. My father died and I got born. Brain fully formed. From then unconscious as if instant. Woman. I've been writing the same poem for years. It is a poem of passing, and it is a poem of mourning, and it is a poem of nothing, because I dance around everything but my poems, they're learning. And I procrastinate my language, I say it's marinating, I say it steeps, but the truth is the letters gather together, they fight me, and then they retreat, and I am sad that this poem doesn't sound like the other ones. That I haven't come out directly and said, maybe this is just about me being really afraid to be happy, that stability is approaching and I'm hoping it lasts, it's not going to. That I'm not yet ready to talk about us in the past tense, but I'm going to. That my fears are normal, and that I am about once a month insane and extraordinarily vulnerable. This does not have to be good. Yes, it does. This does not have to be love. Yes. Yes, it does. Because it was. This was my I can never quite bring myself to write when I'm happy poem. My I kind of think I'm not really that good at being happy poem, but my I'd like to say that you make me happy poem. And it could start with something sexy about how I always want your hands about me, or something sweet about how I have a new relationship with sleep, and I'm convinced there really is no night, we just take turns opening and closing, getting warm and waking up inside. Or it could start with you understanding my current disdain for Dylan, and after a moment of serious thought, nodding in agreement, baby, it's okay, we'll get through it. I could mention Lower East Side street corners, but then I'd want to attempt to describe what it feels like to recognize the back of your head in a crowded dark bar after work. So let's just say that I walk and I'm floored, because with you nothing is work, only a working toward. And if there was a verbal equivalent to pinching, I mean, this would be it. You really do exist. I'm not imagining this. And then I would probably want to talk about my calm, my wintry solidarity with the entirety of this city, how it confuses me, my awareness that this all feels very different than I thought it would. That love has turned out to be something very, very different than I spent so many years convincing myself that it was. How naturally there has been zero thinking. No, I know it's not even spring and I'm flowering. Opening and bending in directions that are something beyond obvious. They are relentless, for there is only one way to do this. I wrap my rattlesnakes for legs around you in public, emulating bed. We depart soon thereafter because going home is a gift. It is a reward for a day well lived, and time doesn't really exist because we suddenly realize we have so much of it. And then I would speak to the ease, and the ease, and the ease, and the whiskeys, and the kitchen floor dancing, and the cutest morning commuter train rides where we're definitely the loudest, but we don't mean to make you jealous. Or I could talk all about the fear, but I'd rather begin and end with the laughter, specific with the moment after you said don't move. And I didn't, but would you look at this view? Look at what I get to look at. It was a sunny Monday, green flannel only from my belly down, and there were 3 windows in Brooklyn, each showing a bridge, falling snow respectively, and the avenue, and I get to look at you, he said. And I turned my head. And it was one of those moments when you recognize that it is the first time you're looking at something that you will look at many, many, many times again. Baby, you're like the first time I rode the N train over the bridge to Brooklyn. Yeah. Thank you so much.
It's inspirational words, passionate words.
We're just gonna bring your next poet to the stage.
No doubt. Y'all care anymore about this hip hop, man? I mean, how far will you punk us go for 15 seconds of fame? Microwave popcorn sitting time. Yeah, we give you much more. Longevity, baby. And yo, it's been instilled in me since infinite, y'all. Using these minutes like I value the call. Put your money in the bank and hold rank over friends who ain't got leadership skills. I got the sheep in my eyes, so I can't sleep. We like to land and lay the brand old way.